Yo, what's good guys, I'm Fire here back from the video, and today we're going to be hopping into another offensive scheme in Madden 22. Today we're going to be hopping into a unique offense, one that I think you guys will like a lot, that is pretty fun to use. And we're going to be in the gun tray open offset. This is in the spread offensive playbook that we're running it out of, but it's in 6 playbooks. It's in Bears, Chiefs, Colts, Eagles, and West Coast as well. The only other one I would recommend using would be the Bears one, because it's only going to have those select few plays that I want to run. The other ones have some good plays, but they do not have the ones that we're talking about. Now, the main plays I like out of this formation that I think are cool are going to be these ones at the bottom. These mountain inside cross. There's a mountain Z spot that you can't see because my face is covering it. Mountain halfback swing. I'm going to create a kind of a scheme out of those 3 plays, and there's a lot of other really good plays in this offense as well that we're going to run. I'm going to go ahead and throw PA read in our audibles because this play is actually pretty good. And then as our run play, my favorite is probably this 5-6 trap there in the middle. So there's a lot of really good plays. If you want to see a gameplay on this, let me know down below, and I can definitely bring that to you guys. But yeah, without further ado, let's jump straight into it. All right, now I don't know why I called it mountain. I meant motion. That's something that I feel like I've always messed up. But motion, halfback swing. And this is, again, a look at it. Now, the motion halfback swing is just going to be the general one, but this is going to be a better one to throw to the running back than any of these ones. If you go to the motion halfback or motion inside cross, the route does look the same, but for whatever reason, I feel like in these kind of designed pass plays, he almost stops a little bit earlier. Kind of difficult to explain, but I'm sure you'll see when I go into those. But with this motion halfback swing, we're just going to go ahead, move him over, and snap the ball. Now you have 3 receivers blocking on that side, so it's going to be pretty hard for the user to get over there and make a play, especially with how slow the users are this year. Even if he's starting here in the middle, let's say, which I would expect him to be starting from either of these sides, you motion, there's just not enough time to really move over there. And again, he's not going to want to completely commit to the running back, because if he does that, that is where those other passes will come into play, and we will be able to catch him off guard with those. So definitely am a big fan of this one. But as far as throwing to the running back, this is going to be the best one to pick up yards. You have three guys who are going to be blocking instead of running routes. Now, if you do throw it to the running back earlier on some of those other ones, that is a situation where maybe they can pick up blocks, but ultimately they're further down the field. It's just not as clean, not as crisp as this one's going to be. But you see, we're really picking up 10 yards guaranteed almost every single play. And then you, of course, have the potential to make people miss and pick up even more yards, as we kind of are right here. We did right there on that previous play. Now, one thing that I did find is kind of unfortunate when you're doing this is the fact that, of course, because this player is going to be going in motion, you can't really move any receivers or anybody else to any other side of the field. So, like, we can't move Uzama over and then snap the ball, which is pretty annoying because it's unrealistic. In real life, you would be able to do that. I still don't understand why in Madden we can't utilize like 2 motions. Super unrealistic, because in real life we can motion a player over, let him get set, motion another guy. As long as you do that, it's not going to be a penalty. But in Madden, you can't even like motion a receiver over and then let the design play go off, which is super weird. And it's something that ultimately you just hope gets fixed in the future, but it won't. And it definitely is something that they'll probably never fix. But I mean, yeah, there's not too much to this particular one. Again, you're just going to snap it, kind of pass lead it up the field. I would bullet pass it, get it out there as quick as possible. And of course, the Bengals, we don't have Gunslinger here, but we're still getting the ball out pretty quickly. Again, you're just going to go ahead, let that go, bullet pass it. I like to lead it up the field, and again, you can let your running back do what he does, but you see, ultimately, I like to consider it a guaranteed 10 yards, I would say. Now, moving into some of these passing plays, I'm going to start out by just kind of running these stock. But I do want to just show the running back route what it looks like when you're running these. So, of course, you can kind of pass it up the field, but immediately you see a difference. And that's why with these particular plays, I don't like to throw it to the running back immediately, because that's what happens when you do that. So we'll show it again. I'm running the inside cross here. Of course, no adjustments, but you throw it kind of immediately. You notice who's not blocking. It's going to be T. Higgins on the outside corner, has a straightaway to make contact on us, and it's a loss every single time. Show it again. Try and even throw it quicker right now. Now, if you throw it quick enough, that's a situation where maybe you're able to catch and spin inside, but with how far these corners can dive when you click onto them, it's likely going to be a loss. So generally what I'm going to do is show what I would what the ideal way to throw it to the running back is. And you're going to wait for him to get set, and then you're going to throw it to him like this. So that's how you got to do it. And this is not perfect play design because we have that in route that's kind of bringing those corners right to the running back side. But yeah, that is the way to throw to the running back when you are running these passing plays. Again, you don't have designated blockers, so you wait for the zones to go up the field. And yeah, that's going to be your way to do it. Now, the one thing I like about these particular plays is we have a lot of good stock routes. Starting out with the inside cross, we have a nice route with Tyler Boyd and CJ Uzomah in the slot there. A nice deeper corner route, and then you have a deeper post route with Tyler Boyd. We're going to kind of build this play around those routes. I'm just going to run this play stock. Take a look at this corner out. This is cover 2, and we should get him open deep. Now, we did get bumped there. If we don't get bumped, he probably would have been caught. So again, generally we won't run our post and corner on the same side because that will happen. So we kind of, again, build around one route and then we'll do the rest. Now again, we have a trips over here. What do we do? Generally, we're probably going to streak B. And then over here, you do a couple of different things. I think maybe, what if we smart route? Maybe if we smart route both these guys, we can get a different look. But usually I'll just streak B, get a little bit of a clear out. And holy crap, we're getting shedded to death by one of the worst defensive lines in the league. That's just fantastic. But ideally, if you're opening up this corner out, I'd probably actually streak RB, and then with B, maybe we zig or slant him, something like this. Now, again, a lot of times I kind of have trouble with X. What do you put X on? One thing you can do is if you have outside press, throw him on like a deep post. We don't have that, so we can put him on a little curl. We can put him on an in route. We could kind of do different things here. And again, if I want to, I think I can actually block the running back. So he's not locked into that route. We can do that. And if you do choose to block the running back, that is where you can actually do these things where we can kind of motion over receivers. So I would be able to go with like a motion over slant if I happen to block the running back. So that can definitely open things up and create a better route combination if you need to. Of course, that's going to give away the fact that every play is looking the same. The reason that we like having the motion is so that every play looks the same and he doesn't know what is happening. But some plays you'll pass, some plays you'll run. So just kind of mixing it up there. Probably with this play, I'm going to, or with the inside cross, I like to use the post route I think a little bit more because with this corner route, with the tight end, he gets bumped. He's just too far inside and too many bad. It's a very slow developing route. The Z-spot one is going to be where we use the corner route a little bit more. But we're going to simulate something like this, little streak A, and kind of just run this play like here. And again, with X, we can go like a curl route because he's not really doing much over there, so you might as well go with your little curl route. But here with Tyler Boyd, you can definitely kind of throw it in the middle of the field. Generally, most people won't have a mid-read zone. I never see those, so that's probably the timing that you want to throw it to. I might actually switch to a cover 3 real quick. Now, I also went to the packages, and I wanted to show you how you can get a 4 wide receivers. You go to the tight end ISO package, as we did right there. And then that's going to put your tight end in this position. And then all you have to do from there is sub in your wide receiver. So that is how you get 4 wide receivers, which also makes this a pretty good scheme. But it does take away some of the audibling freedom that you do have. Keep that in mind. But now we're in a cover 3 sky, which is going to be a little bit better, more realistic to what actual people run. We have a faster receiver in the slot here as well for corner routes and streaks, things like that. But again, just little basic combos like this are going to be good. You kind of want to keep things simple. Of course, we can hit him there. Here we got T. Higgins on his little under route. Nice high-low between the in and your post route. You can also put him on a little drag if you want him to go even quicker than that. And again, your late play type reads are going to be things like this little curl route. Maybe even if we wanted to, we could go like a little smoke screen over here. But just gives us 2 little options late play that we can throw. We have a drag if we move off that read. And especially if you notice him playing over the top, you can definitely check it down to the running back every single time. Which, when you're running this type of a scheme, he's probably going to have to almost hard flat on that right side every single time to defend the running back or man him up, which manning him up might not even be the best idea because he's going to kind of move over here and almost runs like a receiver's route. So, probably not the best idea. But, yeah, as far as the inside cross, probably your best bet for the setups is to kind of, and maybe we'll see if we can open things up with this deeper corner route with this combination, which you kind of can over here with Gunslinger. That's probably a better throw, but yeah, again, pretty good play. Let's move into our next play, Z-spot. And with the Z-spot, this is where I like to use the corner out a little bit more. I'm just going to go ahead and traditionally streak B And I also love Jamar Chase's route in this super deep route, so you can actually kind of clear out X and just run your play like this. You have a deep corner out, deep over route. So first we're going to hit Tyler Boyd over here. He's going to sit there wide open. I mean, just no gunslinger is brutal in this game, but I assume everybody watching this video is using either pass lead elite or a gunslinger. So again, that would obviously be a completable pass. But we'll see if we can actually throw it here. Maybe I pass lead further to the outside, and there you see it. A more realistic look at it being completed. Again, you're forcing him with this setup and the previous one where you throw the corner out to double Mabel because he has to defend the corner out, and the running back route. And again, if it's cover 2, you might actually be able to split that cover 2 over there. Here you see it against cover 3 with that corner out. And one thing I like about Z-Spot is you notice how far the zones have to go to follow our boy who's in the slot here, Tyler Boyd. So they have to go super deep to follow Tyler Boyd, and you see with the running back route, we can actually hit him there. So maybe if we throw this a little bit later, like kind of throw it like right here, you see we can catch it, go inside, go outside, and we almost have 10 yards right there. So just scheming around that route, it's a good way to open it up with that combination. Now we'll try and kind of roll out here and hit Jamar Chase. We'll see if we can get enough protection, get enough time with the Cincinnati Bengals, which is a tough task. Gonna kind of roll out, pass lead around, and there you see Jamar Chase open. He has a hook. For whatever reason, the stupid hook curl decides to go ahead and follow that route step for step. I don't know why that happened, but we'll just take that away by throwing a little option over here. And again, you can still run these plays without the motion. The motion is just going to kind of create every play to look the same, and apparently the option route did not occupy him, so that's pretty amazing. But a combo that would actually be good with this if you wanted to not use that running back route would be kind of creating a verticals type combination where we just like smoke screen B, streak Y. I think we can actually kind of motion snap this guy, but maybe not. Maybe if we just motion over the post or block him, you could do something like this. That might be good. And there you see Jamar Chase. For some reason everyone's getting bumped and we're just getting shedded, but that would be a good combination to go to if you did not want to keep the running back route. But other than that, this is probably your best setup, I would say. Again, just keeping things simple. If you wanted to, you could like smoke screen X or whatever, but you can just check it down. Again, if you have enough time, you can throw it to A. Your shorter outside, your faster outside option is going to be that corner route with Tyler Boyd in this case. So, yeah, pretty good play there. Moving into our next play, we're going to go over a run play, which is the 5-6 trap. It's going to be just a really, really good run play, especially against these nickel type formations. Basically, it's like a power O. It says trap, but again, it is a trap run. It's just offset, so it's going to be a faster handoff than like an O1 trap out of a non-offset or regular formation or offset formation. But yeah, you see even with the Bengals offensive line, we're getting super good blocks against this just general nickel 2-4-5 defensive set. And overall, I do like this run a lot. If you want to, there's a read option in this. You could run the read option, but you're not going to have a pulling guard, so you do got to keep that in mind. I like having the pulling guard for this play. And you see, if number 66, who's probably like a 60-something overall, is able to hold a block there, we're picking up like 10 yards, 15 yards. You see there, we get an opportunity. We get about 13, so close to what I said, but yeah, man, just really good run play. You can cut it up. You can cut it to the right, over back to the left. Just gives you some options. And again, this is a nice run to mix it. I like to stay a little bit balanced with this. We're kind of generally throwing a little bit more, but you can definitely stay balanced, run the ball about 10 plus times a game if you really are committed to the ground game. And you should get pretty good looks. They're going to have to do a lot of adjustments to stop your passing game, and you can get some good looks with this. So, and obviously, if you have escape artists, this offense gets a little bit better. Again, you don't have the option to max protect, so if they are sending pressure, this route's going to be pretty good against pressure out of really any play that you run, so that's a good go-to of mine to beat blitzes. But moving into our last play, we got the PA read, and with this, what I like to do is streak RB and curl X. We have a nice drag from the slot. I really like T. Higgins' route against cover 2 and cover 3, and then I like to actually keep this play action. Here you see T. Higgins. He's on like a crosser, but he's a super fast crosser, so he's going to run that route pretty fast, and he's going to kind of be able to sit in that sweet spot of the defense. So, pretty good route there. If I'm not, let's say I block the running back, what I might do is put RB on like a little quick out, and then just run it like this. So you have a little quick out over here, And you see again, you can kind of throw B. He's in a really, one of the best routes I've actually seen in this game to get in the spots of cover 3 super effectively, to where you can throw it early, but you also have the option to throw it late. I do like the play action. Again, play action is going to help with stopping blitzes, and you see what Joe Mixon's actually going to kind of stop in that position over there, where he's kind of stopping just a little bit further inside than normal, so he doesn't run his route completely over. He kind of stops right where you see his play art stop. Then again, as far as this left side, you have just a basic curl flat combination, so you can just check it down to your drag. If he's playing underneath, you can throw it to your curl route. Pretty genuine, simple stuff there. If you actually ran this play stock, it's actually decent. Again, you just have a lot of crossers running in the same area, so probably not your best bet. But you can definitely run motion out of this as well. So some ideas for motion, probably what you're going with is like something with just a backside slant, probably blocking your running back. Or maybe with your running back, you're putting him a little out route to the opposite side, which I wouldn't recommend with a slant, but you definitely do something. I'm actually that gave me a really good idea. So probably a good setup with this would be curl X, put the running back on an out route over there, flat A, and then motion slant. We put the wrong guy on the wrong route, but we're just gonna slant RB, flat A, out route Y, curl X, and then motion our slant over. This gives us a couple of curl flats and then that middle route. Kind of similar to mesh post, I would say, with that motion over slant setup, but instead of the wheel, you have a flat route and a curl. So overall, really good setup in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think, and that's a good video. Peace. I'm out of here.